Hi, I'm Madeline, and this is Let's Get Real, a series on the ever-changing world of real estate from the perspective of an outsider. Going off to college next year and turning 18, a big consideration for me is how to get into investing real estate. What can I do in the future, and how can I be preparing to invest right now? In today's video, I'm going to be going over what I've learned about getting into real estate at a young age and some of the steps you can take to become an investor even as a teen. Alright, let's get real. Number 1, saving money. This is probably the most obvious step, but definitely one of the most crucial. Especially as a teen, it's so easy to get a paycheck and immediately spend it. But rather than spending all your money as soon as you receive it, you can start saving up a fund. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but even taking a small percentage of your monthly pay is going to give you a leg up when you want to pursue investing. Even saving a couple thousands of dollars and budgeting a little bit is going to allow you to invest as soon as possible and not have to scramble for money when you're trying to make that down payment. Number 2, building credit. This is probably one of the most important steps. But why is building credit so important? Well, since most real estate transactions are not all cash, they have to involve a lender. When the lender gets involved, they're lending the buyer a significant amount of money. And they, the lender, want to know that they'll be paid back in full and on time. So, in order to establish yourself as reliable and get that loan, you need to establish credit to prove yourself responsible for payments. In order to establish credit, all you have to do is take out a credit card and pay that credit card balance religiously. You can even take out 2 or 3 cards as long as you are fulfilling those payments every time. By doing this, you can get your credit score above 700, and once you've done this and try to avoid as much debt as possible with student loans and such, you're going to be bank approved for a loan and starting your investment process. Alright, number 3, getting help. While help isn't necessarily required, being able to get some assistance from your parents or other family members is going to make investing so much easier for you. Being young, you probably don't have an established job or a stellar credit score. So, being able to get a family member to help is great. They don't even necessarily have to put in any funds or do any of the work, but by co-signing on a loan, they are going to make qualifying for a loan so much easier on you and really expedite the process. There's also this great thing called an FHA loan, where your first property you can take a 3.5% down payment and have a non-occupant co-borrower. This means that your parents can help co-sign for the loan, but they don't have to live there with you. To put this loan in perspective, if you take a $300,000 property, your down payment is only $10,500, which is great. Obviously, there are other costs, but this means that you can own a $300,000 property by just putting down $10,500. Beyond family, you can also get help from a realtor. As a first-time buyer, you aren't going to really understand exactly what you want, and you're not going to be able to find as many homes as you'd like. Having that realtor is going to help you find a space that you can afford and can easily improve the site and later make a profit off of. On to number 4, having a backup plan. As a first-time investor, it's obviously a risk buying a property, so making sure that you always have a fallback is going to be key. This includes having a backup place to stay. In case if something were to fall through, you want to know that you have somewhere where you can live in the meantime. Whether this is a parent's house or a friend's house, it's so important that you have somewhere where you can go in case if the property were to fall through. Another way to boost your backup plan is to get a more predictable job. While this may sound boring and maybe an extra step, it is going to help that you're getting that regular income and you have something to rely on if something were to fall through or something with the market were to happen. Having that extra money is going to make sure that you're all right no matter what happens. Okay, on to number 5, looking for the right property. If you're looking to build equity and really make a profit, you need to start off by searching for the right type of property, which is where the realtor can come in. You want to look for something maybe like a townhome with cosmetic issues but good structure and working water heaters and appliances. While these houses are somewhat rare, you're likely to have less competition since residential buyers don't want to put up with fixing all the issues and flippers aren't able to spend as much as you. So, getting a property that maybe has old carpet and replacing it with wood flooring, or finishing an undone basement, maybe redoing an out-of-date kitchen, or even fixing light fixtures is going to be a great way to make a profit on the property. You can really amp up the price of a home, as buyers are willing to spend more on a finished house that is ready to be moved into and has that clean, modern look. All right, on to number 6, DIY renovations. Teaching yourself to put in wood flooring or drywall, or just figuring out how to do things yourself is going to save you from those extra expenditures and again increase your profit. By simply putting in cabinets, doing the small things by yourself, you're really going to build that profit. So if you have a small project that you can do yourself, DIY renovations are a great option to help build that equity. Just simply looking things up on YouTube or getting advice from a professional, you really are able to do that cost-cutting technique that's really going to build up what you get out of the house. All right, thanks for watching Let's Get Real. As you can tell, getting into real estate can be a long process, but by starting yourself off and preparing at a young age, you're going to be ahead of the game and able to start investing in real estate as soon as possible. Even by beginning to build credit and save money, you can start your investment journey whenever you want. It's been real. See you next time for another episode of Let's Get Real.